At number 8, the new Maverick from Ford. Called the Escape in America, this new lifestyle vehicle for the off-road market really hits all the buttons. It has a tough, sporty appearance, huge space inside, and it's easy to drive. What more do you want? Well, what about performance?
The most direct comparison is going to be with the Vauxhall Frontera. You can feel it shudder when I mention it. So they've got to answer to the impressive Frontera V6, and they have with this 3-litre V6. It's basically a bored-out and enlarged version of the 2.5-litre Duratec familiar to Mondeo owners. There is a 2-litre option as well. This one will dash from 0 to 60 in about 10.5 seconds and onto a top speed of 118. Not much, but it's actually quite respectable for a car in this sector.
The automatic gearbox, however, is only 4-speed, and the V6 has an American-style column-mounted shift, which is very annoying for European drivers who are not used to it. Reach for the indicator stalk, and unless your wits are about you, you could find your gearbox flicked into neutral. So, for the real test for a recreational off-roader, what's it like on the road?
Every time a new 4x4 is launched, whoever makes it, the manufacturer will say, oh, it drives just like a car. Well, it doesn't. They never do. It's a 4x4. It's tall. It's got longer suspension. It's got huge unsprung weight with the extra transmission. But in the case of the Maverick, it's not far off. It's not at all bad. Big wobbly monster, it isn't.
Okay then, what about off the road, like it matters?
Alright, so it's hardly crossing the Andes, but this is about as rough as it's likely to get for one of these cars. Maybe romping across a field to find the best picnic spot. So this is probably a fair enough test. It's hardly a mud plugger's dream, but it's got the basics to get you out of trouble. Ordinarily on the road, the drive is delivered to the front wheels, but if you are getting off-road and you detect a bit of slippage, power will be transferred to the rear. Alternately, you can do it yourself manually by switching to permanent 4x4.
Overall though, the new Ford Maverick is a very impressive package, and it has scored well against some very stiff opposition.